Police officers are often called upon to deal with difficult and challenging situations, sometimes leading to personal conflict. There are a number of things that police officers can do to avoid personal conflict, including maintain a professional appearance. This means wearing clean, neat uniforms and grooming yourself appropriately. Your appearance can send a message to the public about your professionalism and trustworthiness. A police officer who is wearing wrinkled or dirty clothing, or who has unkempt hair, may be seen as unprofessional or untrustworthy. On the other hand, a police officer who is wearing a clean, fresh uniform and who has neatly grown hair and beard will project an image of professionalism and competence. Be aware of your body language. Your body language can communicate a lot, so it is important to be aware of how you are holding yourself and what kind of message you are sending. For example, if you are crossing your arms or making eye contact, you may be seen as being aggressive or confrontational. Be prompt and timely. Call volume and workload can often dictate the expediency with which an officer responds to a call. Given this, an officer should always remember that citizens who are facing stressful events often have a skewed observation of time. Since promptness is associated with value and concern, an officer who is extended or shows up late can be perceived as uncaring. To avoid this, officers and supervisors should communicate. 3 officers should be assigned to cover calls if possible, and supervisors can respond themselves or shift assignments. Be physically fit. Police officers are often called upon to perform physically demanding tasks, such as running, fighting, and restraining suspects. Being physically fit can help you to stay safe and effective in the field. A police officer who is overweight or out of shape may not be able to perform their duties effectively, and they may also be more likely to be injured. On the other hand, a police officer who is physically fit will be able to run, fight, and restrain suspects more easily, and they will also be less likely to get injured. Speak properly. This means using clear, concise language and avoiding slang or profanity. Your speech can also send a message to the public about your professionalism and authority. A police officer who uses slang or profanity may be seen as unprofessional or disrespectful. On the other hand, a police officer who speaks clearly and concisely will be able to communicate effectively with the public and with other law enforcement officers. Choose your words carefully. The words you use can also have a big impact on a situation. Avoid using inflammatory language or making personal attacks. Instead, focus on the issue at hand and try to find common ground. Understanding their own triggers. Everyone has certain things that trigger their emotions, and police officers are no exception. By understanding their own triggers, officers can learn to recognize when they are starting to feel angry or frustrated and take steps to de-escalate the situation. Using active listening skills. Active listening involves paying attention to what the other person is saying, both verbally and non-verbally. It also means asking clarifying questions and summarizing what the other person has said. Active listening can help to build rapport with the other person and diffuse a tense situation. In many cases, victims and offenders simply want to be heard. Remaining calm and professional. Even when faced with a difficult situation, it is important for police officers to remain calm and professional. This means controlling their emotions and not taking things personally. By remaining calm, officers can better assess the situation and make sound decisions. Citizens look to the police to be professional and call upon them to resolve issues. Remaining calm relays that the situation is in hand and that proper actions will be taken. Erratic actions are contagious and will spread chaos and confusion. Using de-escalation techniques. De-escalation techniques are a way of calming down a situation and preventing it from escalating into violence. Several different de-escalation techniques can be used, such as talking to the person in a calm voice, using humor, or taking a break from the situation. Intervene early. Show genuine concern for the person and adopt a non-authoritarian manner. Speak in a calm and gentle voice. Be aware of your own body, how you're looking at the other person, and how you're moving. Avoid being passive or indifferent. Avoid touching and coming too close to the person. Do not show anger or take offense. Do not make judgmental comments. Seeking help when needed. If a police officer is struggling to deal with a personal conflict, they should not hesitate to seek help from a supervisor, therapist, or other professional. There is no shame in asking for help, and it can be essential for the officer's mental and emotional well-being. Take a break if necessary. If you are feeling overwhelmed or stressed, it is okay to take a break. Step away from the situation and come back to it when you have had a chance to calm down.